Hello. Hello, 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 hello. How are you guys doing? How's everyone? Is anyone watching? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I forgot to turn on my chat, so I can't even tell when you guys are watching. It's pretty hard. It's pretty hard. Hold on a second. Where is that program? Can I even find it? There it is. Okay. Is it gonna pop up? Or I need it to pop up. Once it pops up. Hi, Dennis. How's it going? I see you spamming the chat with highs. Welcome, welcome. Okay. I wonder why it's not. No, there it is. There it is. There's the first one. There's the second one. Well, so it's delayed from when I see it, from when you post it. Also, completely delayed to. Completely delayed to when it actually posts. But you just said hi 5 times. And I only see it once in my chat. So, well. Why do you want me to play Fortnite so badly? You gotta relax in the Fortnite. Once I'm done this game, I'll play Fortnite a couple of times. Maybe I'll come play Fortnite later on tonight. I can't make promises. Like I said, the game is interesting, but not that interesting. Let's see if I can beat this thing. But yeah, tell me, why do you like Fortnite so much? What's up with Fortnite? God damn.
Requested mission completed.
No, I don't. I think I do. Do I have Snapchat? I don't use it, so... yes, I have it. I don't use it. Oh. Shit. Sorry, I forgot to, redo everything. Just everything. Why is my life falling apart? Sorry, guys. There it is. I beat the stupid mission. I got the chat going. I got everything right. Everything's alright. What is this? Wipe out these enemies in 30 seconds or less. Oh, and you can't take any damage either. Fantastic. For science. Bye, Dennis. Have fun. Dennis really wants me to play Fortnite. I wonder why. I just got home. I'm tired already from doing a bunch of bullshit. I kind of want to continue the conversation on from yesterday, but maybe we shouldn't. It's officially started. Well, I'm starting to lose subs on my gaming channel. What? Whatever.
Requested mission completed.
Alright. Did I hear about Bill Crosby? The fact that he exists, the fact that he supposedly has a long streak of knocking out women, and I don't mean in a fight type of way. Also, wait, what do you... Oh, wait, guilty? Wait, did Bill Crosby get convicted? I didn't quite catch what you meant guilty by. Is he officially convicted? Is he now? Wow. Is he going to jail? I did not hear about that. What an interesting morning. Maybe I should start my morning with, instead of live streaming with my coffee, just reading the news with my coffee. And then telling you guys about all the weird shit I've been reading about. It's not even weird at this point. It's just what life is. So when is sentencing for him? So was there evidence or what? I kind of want to know. I didn't even know there was a trial going on. This is how much I stay out of so many
That's
things.
new.
Facing 30 years? Does he even have 30 years left to live at this point? But god damn. 30 years for Bill Crosby. What a good legacy to end his life on. 30 years in jail for multiple counts of, I'm guessing, date rape? Rape? Just regular rape? What were the counts, guys? I know I started off with politics not included on Twitch.
Report. Mail notification received from access point.
Now it's telling me to go check my mail. Thanks, AOL. The disgraced comedian will now face decades in prison when he's sentenced later this year. So he's not sentenced yet. So he's still got a few months to flee America and head over to another country like Britain, where he would absolutely... Wait, Britain? Europe? Where are they not giving a shit about rape these days? Germany? Yeah, you could go to Germany, claim to be a Muslim migrant. That shouldn't be too hard for him to fake. He's already dark-skinned. So he was found guilty on all 3 counts. That's, okay, so, according to Pennsylvania state law, Crosby would face up to 10 years in prison on each of the 3 second-degree felony counts. This is what I get for reading the chat while playing video games, guys. This is what I get. No, it's okay. Fuckwad's saying that one machine in that one place is bulletproof. It's not bulletproof. What has to happen is I have to go back. Like you saw, I fought it several times. I couldn't beat it, and now it's saying that I have to go check it. They pinged me. They have to go check my mail to see what the situation holds. So now I'm gonna go check my mail. See, and there it is. So 90 days for Bill Crosby to, what? Alright. Valuable information. You know what? I feel like I'm missing something. Jackass research is updated. I wonder if I'm gonna get, like, the ability to jump really high in this game. Also, is the game too loud? compared to me, because I'm always afraid that my audio mixing isn't right every time I do this on a different level. I will create medicine using the research you're helping me trying to blah blah blah. Okay, I don't care. I've spoken quite some time. Fish. Crosby is 79 years old. Yeah, like he doesn't have 30 years to be in jail unless he is one of these child heart eating motherfuckers that just. Like we if you guys know what the joke is, us in the server we're laughing our asses off, not laughing our asses off, we're kind of joking about David Rockefeller and how he's had 9 heart transplants, and oh, I don't know, what did Kanye tweet? What am I missing, guys? What am I missing? Do I need to be like fully on social media all the time to understand what's happening in this world? People are canceling Kanye, Nas, Kim K. What do you mean canceling? Or was he supposed to do something recently that I'm just not aware of? I think I can kick this guy's ass if I try hard enough. But I think the effort would be... The game is loud, okay. Every time I do this game in a separate mode, I have to continuously change my settings. Okay, so sound... Yeah, I guess that is significantly better, isn't it? Kanye is supporting free thought and telling people to not blindly oppose Trump. Well, that's good. I would love for people to stop being... Kaylee's Nas ex-wife accused him today of domestic abuse. Oh. We're going back to this, are we? Is everyone who's not in line with the one think, free think? What is it? The new think? I don't even know what to call it at this point. Whatever it is, it's not free thought at all. That's kind of why I call my playlist, where I respond to ideologically based news media, like John Oliver, free thought, or Francesca Ramsey kind of garbage, because clearly they're not thinking in any sense, actually. Or at least people that are consuming the information aren't thinking, or just not caring. Maybe it's just the not caring part. Maybe that's what we've gone down to. Actually, yeah, I saw that earlier. Sigan was watching... Looking? She was doing something. She was watching Kanye West tweet about shit, and apparently people are writing articles about it. It's fantastic. It's Kanye West is using the same tactics as everyone else to propagate his own brand and idea through... You want to come in and talk to us about Kanye West? Apparently, there's a shitstorm about the fact that Kanye... what is he saying? He's... Kanye is supporting free thought and telling people not to blindly oppose Trump. And apparently it's causing a shitstorm for the past 24 hours on Twitter. You want to come talk to us about it? Huh? Well, there's 2 people. Fuckwad and... Caressa? Caresse? How the fuck do you say your name? K-U-R-A-S-S-E. A lot of... wouldn't it be nice if we lived in a world where we can have a civil discussion on something? On that note, Loki for Prime Minister of Canada 2020, please. Actually, it's not even 2020. I don't even want it, to be honest. Can I? Can I even do it? And somebody whose main meme contribution to the world is literally yelling, "Send me your nudes" into a camera. Probably not. And I'm pretty sure they can get a girlfriend or two, of ex-girlfriend or two of mine to claim that I've assaulted them. So that probably wouldn't work out too well. Maybe. Kurasei. Kurasei? Alright, well, I'm gonna do my best. Do you have a video, or like an audio clip of somebody pronouncing it properly? Because it took me like 3 months to get Varen's name right. I think I've gone as far as to be like Varian? Varian? It was embarrassing, but also funny because I can still be. Well, see hi the princess also tweeted in favor of Kanye's thinking. Well, why wouldn't we all vote in favor of Kurasei? Kurasei. I'm probably gonna keep butchering it. You're gonna have to find an audio clip somewhere of somebody saying it, and then I'll have to practice for a while. Hand over the photos. Bubble Boy? Ah, why am I calling you Bubble Boy? Fine. You can be Bubble Boy if you want. Photographs complete. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should more people be opposed to free thought? Like, people continuously go on about freedom of this, freedom of that, but what about freedom of thought? Can we get hashtag freedom of thought? Like, I'm surprised that so Bubble Boy or Chicken Little? Also, why do they call you Chicken Little? Like, okay, so you know how YouTube is promoting their hashtags hashtag creators for change bullshit? And I suggested that instead of using the hashtag creators for change, because change means literally nothing, it just means you want things to change, or you want change regardless if it's good change or bad change, and people are clearly not understanding the difference between good change and bad change. I suggested creators for truth. At least the truth will allow change to go in the right direction. Or at least you'd hope it would be in the right direction, because God knows what fucking people perceive or assume. But it's the same thing here. Like, why aren't we getting creators for improvement? I would like to have creators for improvement, but most I don't know how many people want to improve what, and how are they wanting to improve it? Because the more you talk to creators, Kurasi? Oh, you're still going on about the name? Just link it. Join the Discord for a fraction of a second, create a fake account, drop a link where somebody says your name, or a name that's similar to yours, and I will do my best to goddamn pronounce it. Like, I've sat around and I've talked to lots of YouTubers about lots of different things, and everyone's got a different idea for what would work and what wouldn't. Then people get really, what is this? Hub save point, hub speed gauge. Attached to their own ideas and aren't willing to let them go. Aren't willing to let their ideas go, or are just trying to reform them or reword them for different reasons. Sometimes ideas just don't work. And I'm okay with ideas sometimes not working. I'm okay with scrapping my ideas. If anything, if people actually know me, they know I'm pretty goddamn good at scrapping my ideas and getting rid of them. If they just don't work for me. Okay. Well, if you came up with it at the spur of the moment, then you can't blame me for not knowing how to say it if you literally invented it. So I'm sorry. My condolences go out. Okay, so there you go. I upgraded more of my weapons. I can't buy any more stuff from him. But you know what I do want to do? Fakad says, honestly, the truth is closer to creators for ad bugs, but improvement should be the ideal. I agree. Improvement should be the ideal. This is partially why I had no problem demonetizing my channel. This is why I had no problem giving away my money back to YouTube to keep my channel not suspended, not in a state of flux, not demonetized and not promoted, because we all know the moment your channel is demonetized, it is no longer going to be promoted by YouTube. They don't give a shit about promoting content that they're not making money of, regardless of what they make you feel or think about the situation. It might actually be better to start up a startup community where people get to know each other and create ideas, but even that's impossible because, well, whatever. Again, this is just going back to the same old conversation of people wanting to fight and argue and think that they're the best regardless of what the truth is. I just wanted creators for truth as a hashtag, as an alternative to creators for change. Change doesn't mean anything. Change just means change. And like Obama ran on change. What does that mean? Things changed because Obama became president, and then things didn't actually change. He just became president. There was a change in the notion. Hitler ran on change. Stalin ran on change. A lot of people keep running on change, and this is why I keep saying that this is the liberal leftist, progressive. I'm gonna go with progressive, but more likely the truth of the matter is that I have to call them Marxist, provocateurs. Marxist ideologues, Marxist, what the fuck are they called? Useful idiots that don't even know that they're Marxist, that keep propagating Marxist ideals without knowing why or who they're doing it for. Will pointed this out to me, and he's like, they're literally Marxist, and at some point they're just useful idiots that don't do anything other than just try and ruin everything for everyone. And it would be nice to not have to live in a world like that, but that's too bad for us because that's the world we live in. I'm yeah, I don't know. I wish there was more we could do. Let's just say that. There's a lot more we could do. But again, aside from literally bringing in, like, this is where we stopped yesterday. Hold on a second.
I'm surprised you wish to speak with me personally.
It'll be faster if you just take a look at this recording.
I see. Information about this A2 android is indeed contained within our archives.
Bubble Boy says, yeah, Obama had a poster with his face on it, change in big letters when he ran in 2008. I remember that. I also remember people spoofed that poster like crazy. And even people started getting sued over it. Because that's what you want. You want a political poster to start garnering copyright law around it. Just sometimes, guys. If only there was a way. Am I on Twitter? Yes, I am on Twitter. And by on Twitter, I mean I have a Twitter account. And I occasionally tweet out memes because literally I don't gain any. No, I do. People do retweet me. People do follow me. It's what is my Twitter? Hold on, where's my phone? It should be all attached. Like if you follow me on any major social network bullshit, like I think, did I link my Twitter account to the Loki 3K account? Where's my Twitter? Sorry guys, I don't mean to distract you all from my Twitter bullshit. see, my account is at Celeriously. Loki3k at Celeriously. Because Celerius was taken by some other asshole. I've been messaging him to give me back my name. And he won't respond, which means he's not even using it. His last post was like in 2008. And I've been messaging, but no response. Which makes me sad because I would have paid for it. But I wouldn't have paid that much for it, if you know what I mean. So where the fuck am I going? Okay, so there seems to be a main mission that I'm not following. Item shop? Oh, great. Entrance to factory. Okay, let's go to the factory then. Since that's where apparently I'm being driven to. Can we see what's inside? I guess not. That looks like a place I should be going. Resistance camp? Let's go there. Follow it up later. Ugh. Yeah, so if you guys care to support my dreams, all my information is attached to all my other accounts. I'm doing all the different things. I wish I had the ability to sit around on Twitter and just read through today's stories.
9S, why did you ask Pascal about A2?
Huh?
It's not recommended to interface with machines without consulting command.
Yeah, I know. I'm
I
sorry.
got mail.
Though I suppose such intense curiosity can be admirable in its own way.
Thanks, 2B.
Still, machines are the enemy. Don't forget it.
That's some stringent ideology there. Machines are the enemy. Speaking as several machines. But I guess they're androids.
Here to resupply before too long. The Resistance is assisting with the mission, so I'd like to ask you to run a little guard duty.
Seriously?
Well, he's got okay.
Dead serious.
Bubble Boy
There's a
says
stockpile of
Bill
missiles
Crosby
down at the
cursed
shore
out to
line
the
that needs to be
prosecutor
loaded on the
in the
carrier.
courtroom after
And
the
with all the
verdict.
machine
He's
activity,
got nothing left to lose,
we
right?
need
What's
to
he got to
stay on our
lose?
Of course.
Imagine they
If
put
you're
him in
already
general
working on
pop.
something for your
Fucking
help,
people
I
will
don't
kill
mind if
him.
that takes priority. Anyway,
Just get stabbed so hard. But more favors? Camp development accepted. Okay, well, I guess. How much money do I have? Where's all my bullshit? Nobody will tell me this stuff. Experience, no money. Okay, I guess that does. This is kind of why I'm trying to build my website, because if things went well like they were supposed to, people were supposed to team up with me to a certain degree. They were supposed to all jump up under the Celerius brand.
But these resistance types sure
Because
do
if you
use
look
and
up
abuse
the
us,
term
don't they?
Celerius,
It's
it
like they
just
see us
means...
as a couple of gophers or
Well,
something.
it doesn't just mean.
No
The
complaining
definition of
about your work.
Celerius on Urban
Exchanging
Dictionary
information with the
is
Resistance is a vital
a
part
random
of our
outburst
mission.
from drunk or inebriated
Besides,
people in an
being a
attempt to
gopher
sound
is safer
smart.
than being locked in combat all
And
the time.
I thought that
Not
was
dying beats
a lot of
dying
fun
anyway.
because a lot of us on
Yeah,
YouTube
that's true.
are sitting around getting drunk and talking about politics, trying to be smart. Not a lot of us are, but it's an attempt. And I was gonna grab up a couple of people and build a bigger network of YouTubers that all do news and articles and stories and responses and all promote each other. Because what's better than literally fighting? Like okay, so here's my problem. You can't fight something as big as collectivism. You can't fight the entire notion of collectivism without being collective. An army is not a bunch of individuals. An army is a collective of individuals who form one united front to progress a single ideal point. And everyone wants to fight the leftists, but the leftists are literally using collectivist tactics by unifying people that don't have anything to do with each other under the one banner of feminism, and continuously pushing them to demonstrate and mass tweet and do everything against their opposition. Apparently, we are the opposition because we don't like what feminism stands for, which is mindless single thoughts, Borg-like mentality. And unless we do unite and come together under certain agreements to fight these things, we will never win. And the more I went, the more I see that every single person on YouTube is so stringently stuck on the idea of individualism that they're not willing to join a network, a group of people, not willing to help each other out, not willing to do anything. Like, I asked Politipod if he's willing to host my Twitch channel on if he's whatever. That's what Twitch lets you do. Other people can just host your channel if you're not around. It's a really easy process, and it lets you be streamed basically from multiple sources. So if, let's say, Fuckwad has a bunch of people following him, he can host me, and when he's not online streaming, then it'll stream my channel. I have this deal with a couple of people where I want to help promote them, and I want to help work with them. And I was hosting them, I was working with them, and I continue to work with them all the time. And I ask other people if they want to do the exchange, and like people like Politipod go, "Why? What's in it for me?" And I say, "Well, we work together. I literally run your live stream sometimes. I live stream with you. What do you mean? What's in it for me? We're promoting each other as a united front, as a group, as to help each other out to a certain degree." And he just goes, "No, go fuck yourself." Other people have helped me out, like Devil's Advocates absolutely will feature my videos, my stuff once in a while. But even now, he's rebranding his channel as a survivalist channel, getting away from politics to something else, and I can't even get a hold of him. But that's fine. He's undergoing his own problem. He's having health issues, and I'm not. Like I said, I don't want to be the guy who sits there and asks people to promote him. But I'm also the guy who wants to sit around and get a collective of small YouTubers together that I enjoy and I like. And I want to work with them towards a specific goal. Fuck me for ever trying, though. 'Cause have you tried herding cats? I can't even run a decent Discord these days without people just continuously throwing shit fits every 15 seconds. About the fact that every single one of their whims isn't met. The moment they fucking have a fart of an idea. And that's really discouraging that people... it's also that most of these people are relatively young. And they don't have a sense of time. Like, yeah, the older you get, the faster time passes. And I get that because time is starting to pass pretty goddamn quickly for me. But on that same note, if you can't wait 24 hours for something to be resolved, you are not in... I don't know what you're doing in real life. Like, are you just fucking throwing shit fits every time something doesn't go your way? Like, what is the deal here? Then this is why I talk about self-control. This is why I talk about... having an understanding of not just what you want, but what other people are doing. But again, this is the really boring shit that most people fall asleep during. No one wants to fucking hear about ideals or morals or standards or how I think people should live. People live however the fuck they want. They clearly don't want anyone telling them what to do, right? It's the fuck you, I'ma do me. I do what I want mentality. And everyone's got it. I really do want to live by example. More so than just ideologically fucking yell at people about how I think they should live, and that's pretty hard myself, actually. It's all hard, because if it was easy, then it would be easy, and if it was easy, it wasn't worth doing to begin with. And like, I don't know. It's an issue, but my website's still up. My website's still there. I'm still taking requests and offers if people want to join the network, but then a network. Want to be part of a brand. But I don't think anyone's gonna wanna team up. It's just not in their best interest at this point. Because literally it's not being catered to their every whim. Like, you guys have no idea how many fights I had over who should be building the store on the website. And it's really funny how I had several people fucking demand control over the website's store building capability. For 2 weeks they fought over who gets to do it. And then I gave them both power, I gave them both control, and nobody did anything. But again, that's just the way life goes, isn't it? So my entire goal right now, is just right back to making my own money. Just making enough money for me to survive, live, build the website, not build the website, whatever. I'm gonna do whatever I can. Let's just put it that way. Like, you guys want me to put together game reviews and whatever, but like, that takes a lot of time, and that takes a lot of time that I do and don't have simultaneously. I would love to have the ability to sit around and do this stuff, especially when I'm at home doing nothing, but then I'm not streaming. If I'm not streaming, then I'm spending a lot of efforts into putting together, let's say, a review for this game. Like, when I finish it, I'll have a bunch of footage on YouTube. Like, I can download it and use it for whatever purposes I have. Show off some cool combos and some weird upskirt shots.
Out in the last war. Looks like the whole city is starting to sink as a result.
Again, delay. Well, what do you mean by YouTube money? Should I have YouTube money? Should they have YouTube money? Do you know how many arguments we've had over YouTube money? The first complaint I had from I think it was Trigger Warning was, oh yeah, so if I'm on your brand and I'm uploading videos to your channel, where's my monetization? How do I get money out of it? And I find that fucking hilarious that less than a year later, YouTube just took away everyone's ability to even make money. This, of course, was coming from an individual who barely made any content of his own. He was making way more content back then. It was pretty good. But he wasn't putting any effort into it, which is my problem with him. Whenever it was an issue. And, like, I did a bunch of gameplay videos, right? In my early videos. Like, how many videos do I actually have on my channel? On this channel, as far as live streams go. I think I'm getting close to 200. Maybe 200. I should check. And like I made $30-$40 off of this channel. I would have made more given more time and more whatever, but like, that's not sustainable money. And YouTube does like live streams, don't get me wrong. They do like to promote them. They're one of the easiest things to get promoted too, especially when people would like to watch. A lot of my biggest views on YouTube are my live streams, where me and a bunch of people get together and discuss like the gun issue.
Is that what we need?
We literally spent 3.5 hours talking about the gun situation, about the everything.
Let's take him out
actually.
already, so I can be home in time for dinner and a bath.
Androids don't need to bathe. As long as you perform regular cleaning and maintenance, bathing is unnecessary.
And
Yeah, but come on, 2B. It still feels good.
well, look, I get it. I had a lot of people tell me that a lot of the stuff that I do, a lot of the conversations I have, a lot of the opinions I hold, the way I present them, that they really like the fact that I can rant almost non-stop for hours at a time. It's important, and it can be really nice, and I would love to be able to fucking have my website up and running and be able to support the stuff I want to do. And then, of course, the stuff I want to do is, yeah, we want a 24-hour broadcast, not 24-hour, but like, if there's the major news story that pops up, I want to be able to talk about it in full depth with a couple of people. And it was really interesting. I had some ideas if you guys want to hear about them. This is why I asked people for money. This is why I had Patreons. This is why I was building a website. There should be software somewhere out there. I haven't found it yet, that allows me and one other person to live stream to each other. Like, I want to use a blue screen, a green screen, whatever the hell you want to call it. for both of us to live stream simultaneously into an area like Skype, where we're actually probably Skype would be the best, but then I have to screen capture Skype to somewhere else to perform the same task. But there should be. I even talked about like having somebody build the app for me.
I think
And
that's the last of the
so we can just sit there and talk about stuff. And if it's on my own website, I might be able to use like Fox News' live feed
Come in.
without getting demonetized instantly, because that's what happens.
Carrier ship that was sent to resupply has come under attack. It's currently
We got one of our channels demonetized. We got one of our channels taken down. We lost our live streaming abilities back when we were actually working together and doing things. We did an 8.5-hour coverage of the Trump election, not like the whole time. We had what, Cognitive Thought on there. We had a bunch of other people. Sandre
slave driver.
If she
mastered
didn't
the
order
art of
others
clickbait.
around, what kind of
But-
leader would she be?
do I want to?
If you say so.
Like, the question is, do I want to be the master of clickbait? Because if I go down the clickbait route and I go down the efforts, like, okay, so let's say I finish this game, right? And then I have all these weird, sexy outfits I can put her in, and I go sexiest outfits in Nier Automata, and I just put out a couple of videos of, like, is that the audience I want? Is that the audience that's going to enjoy listening to me rant about politics? Or is that just the audience that's is going to be there to look at butts? And the audience that's mostly there to look at butts isn't that interested in the Trump coverage, in the ideal, in what would you even call it? I don't know, in whatever's even happening in the world. I don't think a lot of people give a shit. This is exactly what we were saying earlier. They don't care for the most part. I've talked to many people about like what they give a shit about. Even the whole conversation. We had with Mango yesterday. He's like, to be successful on a lot of these channels, you just have to be a complete piece of shit. You have to not care. You have to not care how you look, not care how you act, not care about anything. But like, that's literally the opposite of everything I want to achieve. Okay, so fine. You guys don't play this game? I've tried this game before. Bearded, for example, has gone out of his way to continuously tell me to give my videos better titles. When we did the live stream with Kraut T, it was he specifically told me to make sure Kraut T's in it and a bunch of other stuff. And then we found out that that's the last live stream Kraut T appeared on before he quit YouTube, which is great for my channel that Kraut T's actually showing up to my live streams as literally the last place he is on YouTube before he quit. And he's like, okay, so rename the stream Last Appearance of Kraut T, and he gave me a bunch of meta tags to shove into it, and I did. And that video has hundreds of views, lots of hours watched, but the question is, how much meaningful views do we have? Like there's the one podcast me and Siggy did on porn and nudity, and basically we started breaking down prostitution and porn and how many people watch how much porn, where they watch it, why they watch it, whether it's addictive or not, and we just did massive breakdowns of the whole situation. And like it is literally the podcast I have with the most amount of views on it. But do you know what the watch time on it is? The average view is like 30 seconds. So it's got almost 500 views on it, 30 seconds of view. People watch it, realize there's no porn in it, and then they get rid of it. Don't get me wrong, that same podcast is also the one that's promoting my channel, my stuff. Maybe somebody will watch it and actually be interested in it. But like, it's literally an analytical, psychological breakdown of pornography and how it affects society. Most porn addicts don't want to learn about how the pornography that they watch might be affecting them negatively in the long run. The reason they're porn addicts is because they're just looking for the quick fix, the instant gratification of it all. Which video? Tell me which video to break apart, and I will. No. I'll happily try to break them up. But a 2-hour live stream is a 2-hour live stream. Yeah, I could be shooting the shit. I could be shooting the shit and talking to almost anyone about almost anything. Oh, you mean the podcast? Okay, so the podcast, yes. Up to shit. Well, we're gonna do the Joe Rogan thing. Up until a couple of weeks ago, I had someone working on it who said he was gonna be able to work on doing that. When did he say he's doing it? He said he was gonna be done exams sometime this week, and after that he's gonna go through all the podcasts, find all the interesting parts, break them up into pieces, and then we're gonna upload them as individual bits. There's another channel I have that's called Hilarious Bits, where I wanted to do that on. Not necessarily my channel, it just links to my main channel. Maybe it's better to do it on my channel, but then people are getting spammed with bullshit. And right now, let me tell you honestly, YouTube is counting my subscribers versus views versus uploads. Because when I was working on my channel, on my new trailer, and if you have seen the Hilarious channel trailer, you'll see what I'm talking about. I uploaded it 5 or 6 times. And I kept showing people the new iterations of it, just to see what people thought and whether it would be a good ad to actually pay YouTube to promote me with. And we kept uploading it. And with every goddamn upload, I started losing subs. It was like after the first 2 uploads, I lost a sub. After the next 2 uploads, I lost a sub. And then after every goddamn upload, I was losing subs. In fact, someone subscribed to me yesterday, and I lost more subs on my gaming channel, which wasn't losing subs before. It is now. I think YouTube literally doesn't want my political channel on there, my political bullshit on there. But I also don't know. It could be somebody who just got fed up with getting spammed with long-ass live streams. Because recently my live streams have been like 3 hours long. And a lot of it is me actually talking to you guys, but there are lulls in conversation where not much is happening. What the fuck is that?
Is that a machine? It's freaking huge.
That's a cool machine. Let's kill it. So, yeah. I should and I could and I will, if Ezekiel decides to change his mind, come back, be a mod on this channel, and actually wants to continue helping me work through this since he is a Patreon. I'm not sure if he is yet still. I will absolutely fucking let him do it. Otherwise, it's me. I'm going to have to sit there and break it all up. And if you notice, the first 10, maybe 10 podcasts that I did were all broken pretty badly.
EMP generator target confirmed. Marking on map. Proposal: destroy the generator quickly.
Possibly. Like, if I go back, which I might need to, and start cutting out bits out of my live streams about where I rant about different stuff, that might be fun too. And there might be a lot of interesting stuff. But then again, it becomes a political channel, not a gaming channel. And I don't know how much people care. That's inevitably the point.
Enemy data obtained from command.
Go ahead.
The only known record of this machine life form is a lone sighting 320 years ago. Upon reaching land, the unit unleashed a devastating electromagnetic wave attack. All resistance
Vlad TV is a damn good at breaking up videos, but it's all interviews. See, that's the other problem. I'm not showing my face at the moment, and I'm not doing interviews. I should eventually get down to be able to interview people. Since I am in Ottawa, I might even try to interview or contact politicians on subjects. But again, that's really hard. I wanna hit up a couple of people I know. They're not even in they're to a certain degree in politics, but it's a lot of family people from Siggy's end. And I don't know. It's how's he aiming? How am I not aiming? Oh, god damn it, really? Sorry guys, I just realized I can aim with it's a twin stick shooter, not just me flying around like an idiot. I can actually aim this goddamn thing. So yeah, I guess I'll consider this whole situation that way. I'll attempt my best to actually find interesting parts in my podcast and my live streams. But again, that takes a horrible amount of effort. Horribly huge amount of effort to do and achieve, and again, it's going to be a lot of work. So maybe I'll just private all the live streams and just I guess there's no point of privating the live streams, is there? Okay, fine. Yeah, and I don't know the controls yet.
Electromagnetic interference eliminated. Preparing for satellite laser strike.
Am I gonna? Oh, okay, there it is. Is that it? Still?
Oh, come on! It's got an electromagnetic barrier over its whole body?
I guess it's the whole point of having two sticks, right?
Having trouble over there?
Are you Yorha?
Hunter Squadron deploying out of North 12C Defense HQ. I'm the commanding officer, 4B. Don't worry, we'll take it from here.
Who are these people? Are they all gonna die? They're all gonna
Let's
die,
lead
aren't
this area
they?
to the reinforcements.
They're all gonna
I have
die.
an idea. You and I should meet up at the spot I just marked.
So, yeah, I don't know. I've asked people to do like that, to just actually my latest podcast. I want to ask people to specifically
Got it.
just leave in the chat or in the comment section. Like moments in the podcast they find interesting, or they find particularly good, interesting things worth. Oh, what is this? Shift to shoot?
This thing's armor is too thick. We need more firepower.
2B, let's try for a more direct approach.
Direct? Oh, right.
That's right. Lay down some fire in its stupid mouth.
Now shoot it in the face. No, stop moving. Okay, fine. I don't feel like I'm actually aiming the stupid cannon. Also, I hate turret sections. And I'm just shooting. I don't feel like I'm doing it. Okay, there we go. He even calls it a mouth at this point. Now do I fight it for real?
We gotta bail, 2B. This is bad.
Are you all right, 2B?
Fuck is this?
That enormous machine is an ancient weapon. It was designed to help annihilate the androids, but it wound up going out of control. I was part of the machine's network when it happened, so I remember it. The moment it reached land, it went berserk and began attacking everything in sight. No one could figure out how to stop it. They eventually marooned it deep in the ocean, but it seems
So what do you
to be
guys think? Do you
searching
guys
for a
think
way
Kanye
back.
West would be a good president? Because he would definitely take on some of Trump's attributes of
What?
Please, 2B, this is gonna work.
just shooting his mouth off all the time. He already shoots his mouth off to a certain degree. Everything I've ever seen about Kanye West.
9S is leaving the front lines. Proposal: 9S should be reported to command as a deserter.
No! He has a plan. Just hold on.
Oh god, okay. Maybe I should use the dodge button more often.
sure.
I don't
But I
know,
need you to
some
destroy the
giant
EMP unit
whale?
on that thing's back. Otherwise, they're just going to go off
Some
course.
octopus whale? I don't know, you know how the Japanese are with giant octopus tentacle monsters. See, I feel like I should be able to attack a lot of the stuff, but all the stuff in the background is just for funsies, I guess. Because am I gonna be able to attack this thing? Oh yay. Guess I'm doing this alone this time around. Wait, how am I supposed to do this? If I need to... Shit. Dodge, dodge. This is what I'm saying. There we go, that's one. How much damage am I doing? Not enough, maybe. I guess slashing at it works best. I don't. I guess so. This giant tentacle penis. I don't know. I don't know what the Japanese do with their video games. I don't know how they're doing it. Come on. There we go. Just hack and slash, guys. Just hack and slash. But no, like, this is the absolutely clips I would like to use later on when explaining how this game goes from a third-person hack and slash to a bullet hell game all of a sudden. This is kind of why I do like this game, because it breaks... Whoa. Although it's still a hack and slash game, even in. God damn it! Thing not helping me at all. Screw it. God. Hold on, I can't read your chat. Ah. Show only this fight? Yeah. What do you think we should call it? Leave a comment after the stream is done for a title suggestion. Whatever. See, that means I have to end the stream, go make food, hang around. You know, I should probably stop talking about it if I am going to upload it. Just stop bitching and do the work. Time until mission impact. Oh. Was there a timer the entire time? I think the problem is nobody knows about this game to begin with. That's why it only gets views when I put upskirt into the tags.
Organize a search and rescue party for the missing Yorha members at once.
To be. 9S. Don't die on me.
What about the rest of the people that literally got blown up? Why don't we care about them anymore? You saw all the weird flight units that just fell out of the sky after the first EMP burst? Nobody gives a fuck about them. Just the main characters, guys. Okay. Siggy's sending me the new Joe Rogan podcast with a neuroscientist. I'm definitely gonna, I guess I could sit there listening to Joe edit some of these videos. Okay, I would sorry, fuck what I was saying. They're dead already. EMP burnt their circuits. There was I literally the entire game opened up with me and S9 self-destructing. And then just reassembling their bodies right back at the bunker, at the secret undisclosed location that seems to be in space. So I'm not particularly impressed with their worry of like, don't die on us. I'm like, what are you talking about? I self-destructed. I literally blew everything up.
Functionality appears intact.
Thank goodness.
That's true. That's true. People are going to find the video regardless of how obscure the game is. Maybe it'll help because I'm playing an obscure game. And following it through to the end, too.
However, its EMP strikes knocked out comms all across the region. We're having trouble getting them back online, which means data uploading is currently unavailable in some areas.
Where's 9S?
Yeah, about that. We picked up a faint black box reading, but it wasn't strong enough to lock down his position.
If you found something, that means he must be alive. Put in a request to the commander for immediate approval to begin a search.
Actually, the commander has already ordered us to prioritize tracking down surviving Yorha members. If you find 9S, let me know, okay?
Will do.
What?
2B out.
What? The commander was just like, 2B, 9S, don't die on me. And then they were like, oh yeah, so...
Scan for any nearby black box signals.
Scanning complete. No signals detected. However, a dynamic scanner is required
Oh, wait,
for
really?
detection of weaker signals.
Never heard of it.
Said dynamic scanner may be located in the resistance camp. Proposal. Further information should be obtained from the resistance
Hold on.
leader.
Where's my fishing prompt? There it is. Guys.
Catch.
Why are the fish metal too? Alright, whatever. I don't care. No, I said I... Whatever. Find another one. Okay, let's stop. Okay, so that's one. If that means anything. Does it? Oh, I died. Okay, fine. Let's keep moving. I can't even cook that son of a bitch. That's a metal son of a bitch. Oh, what? Is he also shooting his machine gun at me? Why did the enemies get stronger again? Fuck. Alright, I guess this is the way this works. Is she dead? Oh, but she gets to wear pants? Thanks. Thanks a lot, game. Don't fall. There we go. Okay, so she looked dead. I'm gonna make a fishing compilation. That's what I'm gonna do. We can have a fishing compilation for this game. All the best fish that I caught. Come on. Oh my god. Okay, so I guess that's done here. And robots can't swim. I guess that's one excuse for robots not to be able to swim. I'm always going back to resistance camp, but there's nowhere for me to teleport from except over. Jump. Ah, right there. I have to get back to here. And then I can teleport. No, it's not a god idea. It's a stupid idea. Fishing is the most boring part of this game. Alright. Okay. Well, guess what? I can't go back to the resistance camp because there's problems there. Guess we'll try a different way. Anyway, the boss sidetracked us a bit. What the fuck are we talking about? Living like kings? Wanting a better tomorrow, YouTube networks, wanting channels to grow and be better. Nope. D tag. Guess the resistance camp is that way. Okay, let's swap out some stuff real quick. Oh wait, I have a new blade. This one does 400. Nice. I think that's the strongest. Yeah, 420. Okay, that's fine. Large sword. Machine axe. Alright, well, I guess we know exactly what the strongest equipment is. The white samurai swords. What? I guess it's a set. It's a really nice set too. Is there a version of the NRA in Canada? No. Maybe? I don't know if we need one, but I'm sure there's something. Because our gun laws are pretty laxed to a certain degree. I guess depending on the area you're in, but no long gun registration. So you could go ahead and buy all the shotguns and rifles you want without needing to register them. Handguns are relatively lax as well. I think depends on the city you're in. but they do need to be registered. Assault rifles are absolutely legal as long as they're not automatic. So, I think they might count as long guns too. Shit, I'm not sure. I should look into this. I want to get my gun license as soon as possible too. Grow my underground bunker. Relive my fucking dreams of doing the Fight Club thing. But with, you know, actually making money. Solar power, marijuana, and beer.
I'm looking for something called a dynamic scanner. A dynamic... Oh, you must mean the one the twins built.
I'm not sure how lax they are in the States, because in the States it's heavily per state basis, right? Certain states don't want any guns, certain states want more guns. Certain cities also have their own restrictions, and counties. There's too much, actually.
What do you want?
Ooh, look, twins.
Easy, Devila. There's no need to be so confrontational. And you don't have to trust every idiot that wanders by. I'm sorry about that. Can we help you?
I need a scanner.
I need a scanner that can detect faint
Like,
black box signals.
It's not like we've banned guns outright, and this most recent
If you want it, it's all yours.
situation gladly wasn't taken in any particular way. I don't know. I remember watching, what's that stupid guy's name? The fat one who does documentaries, Alex Moore, where he's like, you can go into most places and just walk out with a gun in Walmart, in a bank, in whatever. Like, I don't know if you need a license in some states, but like from the conversation we've had on our ultimate gun debate, you still need to be able to get your license. You still run background checks in most places. You can't just go get a gun whenever the fuck you feel like it. Wherever you feel like it. If, like, let's say you've been buying guns at a place and you have a track record, then yeah. Like, it varies in Canada by province, I guess. We're not states. So, like I said, the gun laws are pretty much like that. We haven't banned them all. We haven't got rid of them or anything. What are these things? Mushrooms, pure water, nature rubber. Why would you need natural rubber to repair a stupid pod that's floating around? Fuse 4000. Huh. Now the investment bankers in the U.S. are restricting money flow by holding the gun makers hostage until they sell to 21+ age people only. Well, this is the best part about capitalism. If investment banks in the U.S. are restricting the money flow, then you know who cannot restrict the money flow? Other private investors. Then you can always go to somebody else. And I'm hoping this issue resolves itself to a certain degree, but now you're literally starting to see how corporate bank interests are undermining the constitutional right that Americans have. And that is exactly something everyone should have a problem with. Because the moment corporations restrict money flow into systems where the socialists want, it's evil banks. The moment the banks are doing something the socialists agree with, what do we get? Oh, yay, hooray for corporations. So, who am I to do or say what? I know I can build a gun, let's say, in a small workshop. Guns aren't hard to build. I'm not saying go out and build your own gun. I'm saying that they're investment bankers. And if you want to open a brand new gun shop, that's one thing. Shit, where is Buckshot? See, that's... Buckshot Sencho is a guy I hang out with on Discord. He's a Las Vegas gun dealer. He's got his own shop, and he works hard on it. Same thing with Devil's Advocate. He's also recently started working at a gun store, and wants to go full gun about his channels. I'd love to have them on to talk to you guys about this stuff. But again, I'm not in America, and I'm sure as hell not in the gun trade. Although I want guns, I'm not at that point where I want to manufacture guns. Or make them readily available to everyone at any given moment. Not for restrictive reasons, but for ideological reasons. As I said, I am for absolute self-control. I'm for manners and understanding and all that bullshit. Not retardation. And apparently, most people that I interact with would probably shoot themselves in the head if something went wrong for a fraction of a second. So I'm okay with. I'm not gonna say I'm okay with restricting guns, because I'm obviously not okay with restricting guns. I'm incredibly pro-gun. In fact, if everyone in society had a gun, we'd have a much more polite society. People fucking hate when I say that, but it's true nevertheless. What is this? Half-wit investor? I don't have money to blow on him yet. Is there a zoom out button? Fuck's sakes. Yeah, there is. There it is. Oh, there it is. Okay. Guess let's go there. Federal law typically allows 16 to 18-year-olds to purchase long guns, 21 plus for handguns, because long guns are for hunting and handguns are for looking cool in video games. Unless you want to use them for actual self-defense. Fucking use them for actual self-defense. But most 16 to 18-year-olds don't have their own property to self-defense. To and from. Terminal is out of order. Motherfucker. Alright. Yeah, so... although if anyone wants to send me a handgun, I'll also gladly accept it. Replica, BB gun, or whatever. I do like guns. In fact, one day I hope to inherit my dad's small gun collection. He's compiled himself a couple of P911s, I think is what they're called, or whatever the fuck the Russian or German version of it was. They shoot pretty intense rounds. They're from World War II, and he's got a couple of bolt action rifles sitting in Toronto, in a gun safe in his house. I don't know if he's gotten his hands on the 7.62 ammunition yet, but he promises me that at some point we will go and use them at a range. And these are not replica. From what I heard, they're not replicas. They are actual World War II rifles that he can still fire. So I hope to inherit those one day, and there will be no gun restriction that will allow me to not inherit my father's gun collection. And what was that gun? I have pictures of it somewhere. Maybe it's not 7.6. Yeah, whatever. So we'll keep on keeping on. And the more the leftists want the revolution, the more we laugh at them, that you can't have a revolution without violence or guns. So them being for a revolution is them being for violence and guns, and they'll keep yelling about how they want to just peacefully protest or something. And that's just not going to go anywhere for anyone. Did I misequip my weapons? Weapons set 1. I did. No, it says various light, various heavy. There we go. I'm really hoping that I see. Okay, what was the thing we were talking about back in the day when we taught children teenagers to operate and maintain handguns and other forms of weapons? There was very little problem with school shootings and other situations. And as we've discovered within the gun debate that we had, the majority of the gun violence started to rise around 1996. I know this might be controversial, but that's around the time that gangster rap went full mainstream, and all the white children started listening to gangster rap. And again, this is I just thought of something. I'm sorry, guys. I got excited. Why is gangster rap so prevalent, so fun, so lovely, and so well promoted within mainstream society? You guys realize that a lot of gangster rap is, or at least it was, the old style gangster rap, was about feeling poor and broke, and actually a lot of people talked about wanting to be better. What's happening in gangster rap now? Does anyone ever talk about being a better person? I think a lot of it is glorifying abusive women, gun violence, gang violence, being a piece of shit in general, because you're literally glorifying gang violence, and therefore you're glorifying shooting people and killing people instead of any kind of understanding. They say, well, he's encroaching on my turf, and therefore I should have the right to put a bullet in him. I don't know. I don't see that as a proper way to address any situation. But on those, in that same sense, it's another one of these oppression tactics, where they have black people who sit around and have other black people tell them about how much they're being oppressed by the police, how much they're telling them to continuously fuck the police because they're coming straight from the underground, I think. And yeah, they just no, it's not their culture. But again, it's literally not their culture, because that's literally not where gangster rap started from. I know a lot of people who are really into rap and will tell you about the history of rap and how it started and where it's coming from and why it's there, and what happened to current modern day gangster rap, where it's all about bitches and hoes, money, cars, and whatever. It's gangster rap people flaunting what they have over other people, but also telling them all to feel oppressed because they don't have as much as they do. I guess you could say I'm not down with that message, nor would I ever be. I also know how fake it is, because it's Hollywood.
Use pot fire to force him to stop.
What is this? Did I ever find the other head? That one head rolled away a while ago. Did I ever find it? I don't think I did. Whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I hate to generalize over everything, and I hate when people be like, "Oh, that's my musical taste," so don't shit on my musical taste. But it's just an opinion I have. 1996 is also roughly around the same time video game first-person shooters became very prevalent in modern day society, where all the Dooms and all the Duke Nukems and everything else started to become very mainstream, as opposed to just nerdy computer geeks playing their shit. So that might be another suggested issue for why gun violence has increased. But again, I don't claim to know the answer to this. I'm actually just heavily speculating. I kind of want to know why gun violence has increased so much. Originally, Fuckwad says, originally rap was about trying to uplift the community of black people during shit. People doing shit for themselves. They pushed gangster rap to keep blacks under their thumb. Yeah, if we want to go full conspiracy theory, of course they did. Because it's now all about oppression. It's never about do better for yourself, right? It's about go shoot that next person down the street to take what he's got, because that N-word doesn't deserve it. and hasn't worked for it as hard as you have on that street corner. Gun violence has increased by a huge amount since like it was actually at a steady decline up until 1996. A steady decline started when they started teaching kids how to use guns in schools. In 1996, something weird happened, and gun violence went on a rise, on a pretty heavy rise, and we're still trying to figure out why, and we never did get to like an actual understanding of why it's on the rise. There is also the same problem with a couple of decades beforehand. They released a lot of mentally ill people out of mental institutions. We talked about that quite a bit. The fact that you keep releasing mentally ill people out into the public, and then gun violence is increasing, is also a problem. Vakwad saying, who were the music producers discovering these gangster rappers and promoting them? Who? From what I heard, the Jews in New York. I don't know. I don't know who. I don't know where or why. I don't know how punk rock became what it is today. But everything has become something different and commercialized. No, gun violence is actually still on the increase. It just depends on how you look at it and where. This is why we did a lot of breakdowns. It's in the gun debate video. This. So. The Fuckwad is saying it was a bunch of Jews in New York that discovered these gangster rappers. Rapapapas. Yeah. '70s, okay, yeah, no, fine. Maybe '70s and '90s in places like New York and Chicago. But let's just say that they're not much better. New York and LA, yeah. Well, that's why it's always East Coast versus West Coast, right? How much more of a ideological break do you need with these people when you're literally taking two genres of rap and going, oh, what we're doing is we're having a beef. We're doing East Coast versus West Coast beef. And that's literally you living on two opposite ends of the goddamn country and you're beefing over it. Biggie versus fucking Tupac, right, guys? Biggie versus Tupac. Why? Because they lived on opposite ends of the fucking country. And then they disrespected each other. And instead of talking about it, motherfuckers shot each other. Or whatever the fuck it was. I don't care. That's literally not the type of culture I want to partake in. That's not even the kind of culture I want to understand. That's not the kind of culture I grew up in. My parents continuously taught me nothing but self-improvement. And regardless of whether it came from Space Jesus or just because the community is watching, it was still self-improvement. Because I'm not a beautiful, unique snowflake. Right? Right? Remember Fight Club, guys? Remember Fight Club? He said, you are not a beautiful, unique snowflake. You're nothing. You're garbage and you're fucking random fucking garbage together. You're probably fucking what? Your parents probably didn't even want you. You're probably created by accident. For you to think that you're unique and beautiful just because you exist doesn't mean anything. Lots of things just exist. Actually, now I'm just ranting, guys. I'm just ranting. I'm gonna shut up. Shut up. But yeah, the gangster rap situation is pretty intense for me because the majority of the people that I know were living in those circumstances are still living in those circumstances. What am I doing here? Why was there a red spot for me to come here if there's nothing here? Well, do take into consideration that there's a lot of problems with drugs. And a few other things, and this is where the conspiracy theories come in, where during the 60s and 70s, the CIA has peppered the New York and LA streets with cocaine and heroin, or crack to be more accurate, and decided that they're going to make money for the drug war by literally creating a drug war. This is not part of the leftist ideology that I still have remaining in me, and I say leftist, but I don't actually mean leftist. I mean it's those problems. Remember those problems that that most of us have? That the drug war isn't working, but the drug war is also useless. And it's being perpetrated by agencies that are benefiting off of it. That's still something I have a problem with. I still have a problem with the court systems. I still have a problem with the school systems. For multiple different reasons. There's lots of different reasons I don't like the way the schools are run. the way jails are run, the way the law enforcement's run. I don't know where I'm going. Nothing's showing up on my map again. What the fuck? It's the big government giving itself to grow. Yeah, obviously it's the big government giving itself a desert camp. Okay, so no, not desert camp. What else has it been? This is why so many of us are actually saying, you know what? We need to get the hell away and have smaller government, guys. Smaller government. But you can't give the government. What is this? This is Park Ruins attraction. Okay, so let's go to the Park Ruins. You can't give the government power and then expect for it to take it away. This is why I'm... Okay. This is how we get back to my religion. This is how we get back to it. Because I know for a fact that you cannot ask a government to literally take its own power away. The government will never take away power it's already taken, or give back power it's already taken. That's never, ever, ever happened in the history of anything without violent revolution. Now, the fact that the government is actually wanting to take away your guns is a cue. It's a hint. It's a hint, guys. That they want to take more power, and by taking more power, they can continue to take more of your rights away. We've seen them all take away your internet rights. We've seen them taking away your freedom of speech, your freedom to associate, your freedom to do a lot of different things. They're trying to, like, why do I argue with every feminist I've ever come across with, they're like, oh, abortions are a feminist issue. And I go, no, you're not. You're a fucking idiot. Abortions are a literal, what do I call it? I call it a libertarian issue at that point. Because it's more of an issue of the government telling me what I can and can't do with my body. I'm not saying, hey, how's it going, cat? I'm not telling the government, I don't want the government to fucking tell me what I can and can't do with my body. It's my body. If I choose to kill myself, then I choose to kill myself. It shouldn't be illegal. It shouldn't be legalized either, but it should be decriminalized. If I choose to do drugs, it is my responsibility, but then it's my responsibility. I shouldn't put the onus on the rest of society to do this shit. This is why I want to go and I want to live in the middle of fucking nowhere, somewhere. I want to get away from it. If they want to keep tabs on me, let them keep tabs on me. I'm not gonna do anything illegal. I'm not. I'm just gonna go live my fucking life outside of this shit. If I choose to homeschool my children, maybe I'll homeschool my children. There's millions of sources of online places where I can show my children what true information is. Because I'm tired of people ideologically skewing the crap out of every single event in the world to suit their ideological needs. I'm tired of sitting in class and teachers, literally failed teachers. You know, I know they're failed individuals who want to be teachers. And I know they're failed individuals who want to be teachers because you ask them what degrees they got and they're like, oh, I got a philosophy degree. And because I couldn't find a goddamn job for philosophize, I don't know what the fuck you want. I don't know what these people want to do when they go get philosophy degrees. Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to be a writer? Do you want to be a new age philosopher? Have you had an original thought in your fucking head ever throughout your entire life? Because most people that I know have taken philosophy have not. And they want to. And this is a real problem with these ideological twists. Yeah, absolutely. So what happens is these people go into fucking school. They become teachers. No, sorry, not teachers. This is what they do. They go, they get philosophy degrees. They get fucking feminist degrees. They get home ec degrees. Whatever the fuck they're called. Some gender studies degrees. And then they can't find a goddamn job anywhere in society. They won't be able to find a job in society. Because there's no jobs in society requiring you to be able to not tell the difference between men and women. That is not a functional way for you to live your life. That is not a functional career path. But these people don't care about career paths because they're already leftist Marxists. And all they enjoy is the fact that they get taught how to continuously break down everything into a nice ideological fucking circle. Put everything into its nice little box and say everyone that doesn't agree with me is a bigot, racist, homophobic individual who doesn't deserve their own place in society. Sure, liberal arts degrees. Like I tried to go get my English degree, but you know what happened when I halfway through it? I started looking for jobs. I literally started looking for fucking jobs, and I couldn't find anything. The only thing I could find is literally writing in blogs online. Guess what, guys? Guess what?
You mean Stanford?
ideologically driven in the university and then being told that the majority of what I can do after I leave university is write blogs. Go fuck yourselves. Catherine saying, the world needs philosophers, but what it doesn't need is a metric ton of them. Well, people are forgetting where philosophers came from. I was talking about this on yesterday's stream. The majority of the philosophers that we currently know and quote and discuss are literally people who were doing actual productive shit in society. They were investors, they were inventors, they were thinkers, they were artists. They actually produced something. They were heavily influenced, they were heavily involved in political spheres. They were well-known individuals. I even call them pop culture icons. Because that's what they did. They were very well known within pop culture. They were very famous. They made a lot of goddamn money doing what they do. They weren't just philosophers. They were known as philosophers because people took what they said and attributed other things to it. They recorded what they were saying. And then that's what people remembered. They're like, oh look, a quote from fucking Aristotle. They didn't go into school to become philosophers. They were continuously learned and they were taught, and then they worked hard, and they only became philosophers in the end of their goddamn lives because people remember that they wrote some shit somewhere that it was important. Like a lot of the philosophers actually wrote a lot of different books, like a lot of goddamn useless books too. The people I know who had philosopher's degrees constantly talk about how difficult they were to read because they're nonsense. You just have to pick and choose different parts of the book to actually appreciate it. What else? Waste of money, these liberal art degrees, yes. So they were productive and necessary. So they were productive and necessary philosophers? Yes. They were actual people that did actual things that were productive and necessary, who participated within society, and they were known as philosophers at the end of the goddamn day. Maybe generations later. Because maybe they were some of the few people that could read and write. That's why they always say that the perspective and the opinion of these people is from a high-class perspective, the rich white man perspective. The feminists fucking taught you about this shit. They did not live by their philosophies. I'm sorry, Kat. They did not live by their philosophies. The majority, you can't live by a lot of these philosophies. Because these philosophies are relatively meaningless. Nietzsche didn't think that we killed God and we killed him and nothing really matters. He wasn't... unless he did kill himself. Did he end up killing himself at the end of his life? I think the majority of the people who in society who are artists these days, who are influenced by these philosophers, are living by these philosophies. That nothing really matters. Heroin, cocaine, and fucking suicide at the end of the day. I know a lot of... what are they called? Actors live by that notion. I 100% believe that the majority of actors do not have any other formal, like, don't have any high-end education. I think the ones that do have a relatively high education are the ones that are conservatives. The ones that didn't even fucking bother finishing grade school, became child actors, and were surrounded by yes men and liberals their entire lives, are the ones that are giving speeches about how great communism is, because they literally they were never given a history lesson. Literally haven't learned anything from history. They're like, well, what about communism? Doesn't have a death toll? Oh, communism was just not done right. Like, if you actually look into these people's philosophies, Kat's saying she has no idea, but if you actually look into these the actual functionalities and the actual of these philosophies, this is why I say every single nihilist, every single one of these people should have ended their lives the moment they came to the conclusions they concluded with. This is why my ultimate stance on most philosophies is they're not ways to live. They're not ways you should live your life. These are just like basic moods people have once in a while, and people sat around in the little minuscule forms of depression and came up with the idea of nihilism. They went, oh, nothing matters, everything sucks, we killed God. And doesn't that just sound like an edgy 16-year-old that has nothing to do? Literally, there was like no internet back then. There was nothing for them to do but sit around and mentally jerk off. And since they're already rich and fucking semi-famous, they already have nothing better to do than think that they're the smartest, best people in society. So they sit around mentally jerking themselves off, going, life doesn't matter, God is dead, I have no reason to live, meh. And then they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a nihilist. I'm gonna call this nihilism because nothing matters. And then hopefully these people went on to have wives and children, productive lives, after their teenage edginess has subsided. Or they killed themselves, because that's happened many times too. God, I'm just ranting my ass off today. No, I know. Like, edgy teenagers. Like, I remember when I was 16 and didn't understand how to get along. It was socially awkward as fuck. I'm still socially awkward as fuck. Ask Siggy about how I occasionally just get drunk and act like an asshole or a retard around people. But at least I know it's alcohol, and I have a better understanding of how to interact around people. Again, self-control is something I have to practice more of as well. Not just preaching it for the sake of other people. I'm preaching it for the sake of myself as well. Maybe if I repeat it enough times, I'll remember to have better self-control over my actions, my thoughts, my feelings. And hurt feelings are always hard, guys. Anti-philosophy rant, short video. Do you know how many times I've gone over this anti-philosophy rant with my peoples in my live streaming channel? Fucking at least 7 or 8 times. But yeah, if you guys want it, you can have it. I'll try and put this together as a solid anti-philosophy rant. But again, I even went through most of this yesterday. It's just I'm.
Proposal. Imprint the stamp upon the card.
No, I get it. Clip it. Like, I don't know. Sometimes feel like it would be a lot of fun to just actually have the ability to sit in front of a webcam and talk to my audience instead of sitting behind a video game. Yeah, there you go. See, Cat's confirming. Yes, I have many times. Cat's already tired of the rant. She's heard it too many times. And I still want someone to fight me on it. Fight me, guys. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to fight me. I'm relatively laid back as it is. But, yeah. So these people go and they get goddamn philosophy degrees. And then when they can't find a goddamn job, what is the one thing that you can do that's relatively easily accessible to people who have university degrees? Teachers. Go be a teacher. Go teach philosophy. Bye, Cap. Love you. Take care. You go be a teacher. You go teach other students. And what are you going to teach other students? You're gonna sit there and you're gonna tell them that life is beautiful and everything's great, and that they're not gonna waste their time becoming philosophy students, or teach them some other bullshit, or teach them the ideological. Oh, I can control this robot anytime. Great. That they're not wasting their time. That's like, how do you sit there bullshitting your ass off about feminism after getting a feminism degree, if literally everything you're doing in life is because you couldn't find anything to do with your feminist degree? Like, most of these people are just writing blogs or doing YouTube videos. This is why I don't believe what they say. They know it doesn't work. They know it's not doing anything for them. They know it's making them just more miserable in life. And that's the saddest part, that feminism is all about being miserable. Find a person who's a feminist who's not a miserable piece of shit. Who isn't constantly feel like they're constantly oppressed about everything. That's as somebody who literally understands something about psychology, that is the worst way to live life. Like, people talk about how, oh, religion makes you afraid of the demon and the devil and of this and of that. And then they go, well, I'm a feminist. I'm like, well, great. You just left one religion and entered another one. What are you even doing with your life at this point, then? Where are you gonna go? What are you gonna do? You're gonna stop here and you're gonna go find a new theoretical boogeyman, the devil himself, the white devil that people have been going on about for fucking forever. And you're going to feel oppressed by the white devil when literally the best societies in the world are primarily, I'm going to say primarily white. I'm not going to say that there's some sort of genetic or ideological presumption there. Just that it is. Because if it wasn't, people wouldn't be going there in fucking massive hordes. But I also feel like there's a lot of people who've fully come to the conclusion that all of these new societies are just weak and good for the taking. Just take them. We're not going to fight for it, are we? Feminism is literally oppressing itself and making everyone feel like a victim. And make them feel broken and oppressed and weak and fragile. And the more they break you down like that, like that's literally cult mentality. If you look at what it takes to run a successful cult, that's what you have to do. You bring people in, you make them feel oppressed, you make them feel unwanted, then you give them a place to belong. Isn't that crazy? That literally Marxism and feminism does that. They sit you down and they brainwash you about how you're constantly oppressed and how you're constantly underprivileged and how, or alternatively, they tell you how you're actually a shitty person. Break you down by literally being the responsible one for all the oppression. How's that work? They tried on me. They're like, you're responsible for slavery. I'm like, go fuck yourself. I'm responsible for slavery. I'm a first-generation immigrant in Canada. Do you know what that even means? There's no slavery in Canada. This is where the Underground Railroad fucking came to. This is where black people escaped slavery to. And I'm a first-generation immigrant out of the Soviet Union, where we didn't see black people in the fucking Russia until the 60s. No, maybe a little earlier than that. Where they started bringing them in, and they were like African princes, not oppressed people whatsoever. And they came to Russia to literally be to get higher educations and to participate in society. There's no overarching racism against black people, from what I heard about from my parents. So they come to me and they go, "Oh, you're responsible for slavery. It's your fault black people were enslaved." And I go, "The fuck are you talking about? What retarded fucking place did you come out of where you think that I can be responsible for slavery?" What? Are they gonna blow themselves up? I hope they blow themselves up. Who's still there? Who's still listening? If nobody's there, then I'm just gonna cut the stream at about 2 hours, in about 12 minutes. Go make some food. What? That's retarded. That was retarded and a half.
Well, I suppose this marks the end of our production of Please Watch Your Step as you exit if you'd like to have your...
Yep, that sounds about right. Am I supposed to talk to these people? Truly a spectacular performance. I should go make some food. I'm gonna go make chicken wings and fries. Everything was made at home fries. That made no sense at all. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. That's what they brought me here for. Oh, can't go there. So why is it all red? What's left for me to explore here? I think I scared off Bubble Boy with my anti-rap, anti-philosophy rants. I think he's gone. There we go. You're back.
Stamp discovered inside enemy body. Proposed Destroy the enemy and imprint the stamp upon the card.
Easy for you to say.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, these are tough. And fire. And fire. What? I can power up 2 of them. Wait. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Nope. Switch bots. One, 2, 3. Fuck's sakes. Why is it rising? I don't want it to rise. God damn it. There's the stamp.
to the entrance and secure the promised deluxe prize.
Deluxe, huh?
Alright, whatever. Let's see what the deluxe prize is. So guys, what do you think? On the brand new TV show, Bill Cosby goes to jail? Is it possible? Could they shoot a reality TV show in jail? Or can you just set up like a couple of webcams? What's back there? Whatever. Sometimes I wish this game would let me run faster. There it goes. Oh. Oh yeah, I want to readjust my chips beforehand. What time is it? It's 4. I was supposed to be looking for lots of things, but stuff happens, I guess. Plug-in chips. There it goes. Balance focused. Oh, I unlocked a bunch of other stuff and I didn't fill the chips, so that's good. That's good. Yeah, I was supposed to be looking for a dead android. Maybe I'll keep playing for a bit longer. Okay, so I think I'm done here. What's the next area that I'm supposed to be going to? What is this? Half-wit invent. I need money for that mission. What is this? Question mark. Forest castle front. Royal chamber front. Let's go there. Pascal village. Yeah, let's go there. All right. Let's get out of here. Not this way. How do I get out of here? I'm supposed to be looking for my sidekick, actually, more so than dead androids. I found one dead android. I don't know where that went. Oh. So I didn't know I could double blast everything. So that's a nice new skill that I have. Lots of crystals down here. I wonder where there's crystals in the sewer. What? Come on. It's taking forever. I should fish some more. End this game on fishing. So that should be doing. I probably shouldn't have ran all the way over here. Just should have probably just gone further into the park. Wait. I have 5 left. Okay. 7,000 left. Yeah, you think I should just self-destruct and go? Fine, I'll come back later, guys. I'll do what I can and come back later. Oh, you can upgrade more of my stuff. And you can upgrade it pretty good too. Damn. Why is there a discount button? Machine axe. Let's see where the map will take me. Nope, 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 nope. There. Actually, you know what? No, fuck it. Fuck it. I'm done. Quick save. I'm gonna go make the food, and then I'll probably be back later on tonight. For anyone that cares to watch. Uh-oh. Can I not? Hold on. Let me check something real quick. Command not executed correctly. Why is command not executed correctly? Am I still in the village? Now I'm just not sure what the hell's happening. Okay. I think I know what's wrong. There it is. Alright. Oh, is she not gonna self-heal? What happened? What happened to my items? I guess it didn't have enough space. Alright guys, I'm off for now. I will be back later. And I'll try and find her some skimpier outfits to end the streams on. Alright, later.